you know, if you want to help me count this down between Fractal and Blank, in 3,
3,
2, 1,
Tetris.
There we go. Welcome back.
Thank you.
That was a great match. You really put up some really fun moves. It was really nice to watch you stack.
Let me tell you something. When you it doesn't matter what play style. When you play a CTWC finalist in any form of Tetris, you're gonna feel the difference, and that's what I felt. I have a lot of respect for Fractal. As
you had some terrifying pace. You know that, and even with that said, Fractal saw that and stepped up to the plate.
Exactly.
You guys genuinely just you guys were fighting it out, duking it out for real out on that board.
Yeah, absolutely, and it was just fun for me to be in there and even be a part of that.
Yeah, and you also held your own, I'll say.
Yes.
I thought you did incredible. But yes, that being said, these players off and running. Blank had a little bit of a tough game early on one of the first matches they played, but have very much found their footing and are just settling into some Tetris. Has some cleanup into this early game, but you know, nothing completely insurmountable though. Fractal playing very clean. He's currently at 116,000 points already.
Wow.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's like no matter how impressed with your pace I was, if you even burned a single time, he was on you for that.
Yeah. So yeah, he's continuing up with the punishing pace. 167,000 for Fractal, 110,000 for Blank. Not too bad off herself.
I mean, great pace on Blank's side, but also it's just hard to keep up with near perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that Tetris, and then with like it kind of makes the tuck setup above it.
Yeah,
just that much smoother.
Seemed unhappy with their placement, but it wasn't strictly the worst thing they could have done. Definitely annoying when the well gets covered, but I do think Blank had a good thought process there.
Oh yeah, pull back that S piece to make room for that Tetris.
That's some classic competitive Tetris.
Yep, absolutely. Oh, it now has... There's
quite
a J dependency. Yeah. Then... Love those moves. Yeah, when you have those long bar dependencies, you don't panic. You just kind of try to build the bridges on top. You
trim around until you can fill it, and then use that to be Tetris ready.
Yes.
Like truly Tetris ready. And you know, it's just optimizing situations. It's obviously not great to end up being long bar dependent, but if you are going to be, or if you choose to be, it's nice to have a game plan.
Absolutely.
That being said,
look at the
with that
269420 on Fractal's side for an instant.
Hey now. 292, 315 now for Fractal with that Tetris. Has a hole in the board, just had a little misshift, DAS things. And Blank currently at 242,000 points and is very Tetris ready, just waiting on this long bar. And there it is.
Yeah, one thing
265 and into another.
And one thing I noticed that I think really helps Fractal is how much he loves this game and how it kind of manifests. He's always smiling about like little moves that he's doing, and I think it really helps him kind of, you know, just stay in the moment and just have fun.
I've always mentioned anytime a Tetris player smiles while they're playing, I always mention how much I love that.
Yeah.
Like anytime a player has a good energy and takes things with grace and is, you know, that's just, why would you do something if it makes you miserable? You know, some players push themselves to the point of being depressed, but
that was a nice one.
You know, whenever you love the game and you don't force yourself to be in it every second the way that other people might be, it definitely seems like a better time in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Oh, missed the long bar dependency to Blank. He's able to get that long bar over into a Tetris.
Yeah, but Blank's got to try to clear some of this up at least in the next 22 lines before the transition.
In the next very soon.
Yes.
And did fill the L dependency, possibly didn't see it. Sometimes whenever you're this high up, it can be a little difficult to see those things.
Oh yeah, gets that T over to the left. It's looking a little dicey. I like that. Just needed to find a way to climb downwards.
Oh dear.
The J doesn't quite get over there. Oh, the J hangs on top. And the reset is going to signal a win for Fractal.
Yes. And that does mean we can get game number 2 of Fractal versus Blank counted down
in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Fractal being respectful and allowing for them to start at precisely the same time.
This is the right seed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
They started out with the same pieces.
Because I just remembered that L and then the Z at the beginning. I remember that kind of sequence, but it does happen. Yeah, that you get this, you get that sequence.
Yeah, no, I saw that they had rolled it up to like 8. I can't think of the letter.
Okay, the 8
something.
Okay. What's weird too, though, is that even you could have the same seed and play it twice, but have completely different games.
Completely different games, yeah.
All right, so Fractal's now, it's now Fractal's turn to have a little bit of complications on his board. Oh, okay. He sneaks in the J and does the J spin. Really cool move to stay alive. And Fractal continues nicely, puts that J in again. And another J spin. That's like back 3 back J spins for Fractal. Oh man, he shakes his head, but he's smiling too. He's like, wow, I can just do whatever I want with this game, and it just works out. Still working through it, and now it's Blank's turn to have a nice little lead for herself at 137,000. But Blank now hangs a S piece on the left side, so
is able to get the Tetris out of it nonetheless.
That's true.
And does have a couple holes to deal with, but you know, everybody has to dig eventually.
Yep. Oh, that's beautiful.
I love the way that it crossed across.
Yes. And now on
set up for another back clean is Blank. Fractal also, but a little dependent.
The J dependency will get filled, right, guys?
Oh, it's more so about how flat the stack was and how the only space on the board where a piece could go was the J dependency.
I definitely agree with setting it up, yeah.
I just worry about that flatness. Flat kills me every time.
Yeah.
I understand why other people go for it. Oh,
look at that flat T-burn into the double long bar dependency.
Dual long bar dependency. Strictly dual wielding for the sake of.
All right, and so now, Fractal's gonna be burning a little bit. He's gonna try to set up, he's definitely gonna try to set this one up though. Oh, there's the J piece. Oh, but yeah, he's saying, all right, let's play it safe. We got time. Yeah, that's
and
smart.
now is going to set up the center well. So instead of going for the dirty, setting up just a center well and trying to keep it nice and groomed to have a comfortable transition to a right well. You can see the thought process pretty clearly.
Yeah.
And these pieces not being particularly forgiving, but is able to score the Tetris and is going to score another one. And going to be able to also transition that well right back over in the same sort of sequence. So that is 267 for Fractal. Blank needing to burn a couple lines, but is sitting at 319,000 points.
And another boom Tetris for Fractal. So it's pretty close, but let's see if Blank can try to reverse this one and get back in this series. Boom Tetris for Blank, 345 for Blank. Yeah, Blank, you think about maybe setting up the bits there, but not gonna happen. And
it's
another Tetris. Yeah.
AV Geek set up several Vitzes. Several. Squints.
And Blank continues on.
Blank very set up and has a beautiful slope going,
Ooh,
and does get that
nice
long
Tetris.
bar. The top of that stack was looking a bit like a castle, with how it was flat and then it had the sort of up and then down and then up. Yeah. It was very much like a children's book castle there for a moment. Into another Tetris here, 419,000 points, and on the other side, Fractal, doing a bit of cleanup as well, is actually sitting at 369,000 points. Hey now.
Yeah.
Hey now.
What was interesting right there is that Fractal really waited for the right piece to fill in that double well instead of kind of just cramming something in there. It's really hard to have that discipline, especially with DAS. And it is interesting too. I also feel like the way Fractal stacks, it almost feels like he is like playing roll or tap, like some kind of faster playstyle. And I think there is something to be said about the fact that these players have gone that far with stacking and been able to expand their imaginations by having more movement actually has good effects when used right for their DAS play as well.
Well, I always say that the rollers who started as DAS players are the ones who are going to be most successful.
Yeah.
Because they've started with a base of this transition hitting at 487 for Blank and 492
Oh my god,
for
what
Fractal.
a spin tuck. He needed that spin tuck. It was that or bust.
Oh my god.
He can really just do it all. And another Tetris, my
Absolutely
god.
losing it, by the way, laughing his ass off and still just stacking for Tetrises. Is
Filthy.
Tetris ready, waiting on a long bar, and has taken the lead, 569, hey now.
Hey now.
And on the other side, Blank currently sitting at 527,000 points, so definitely quite a change of pace, no pun intended, for the players.
Yeah, I'm just looking at like the way Fractal stacks is just so impressive. Just knows how to get the most efficiency and maintain the shape every single time. I'm learning a lot just watching him play.
I honestly feel like if anybody wanted to truly learn by watching, Fractal's the person to watch.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's a sentiment that a lot of people just feel.
Yeah.
I think a big part of it is his energy that he brings.
Sure.
We're talking about that positivity and that smiling and enjoying the moments, even when possibly doing things a little sketch or risky.
Right.
Even still just taking those, just rolling with those punches.
But yeah, Blank is not so shabby herself. This is a really close game all of a sudden.
Yeah.
674 for Blank, 692 for Fractal. And they're both on the same level with the same line count. And now Blank is actually back in the lead. Oh, and yeah, Fractal had to take a triple, unfortunately, right there. Yeah, so this is going to be a clutch finish right here. Neither player can really afford to blink.
I feel like I can't afford to blink.
You're right. I feel the same way.
It's when do I get to moisten my eyes? Because this play is
Oh, a Tetris for Blank. A Tetris for Blank. Yeah, now it's like the boards are like a little bit sketchy, but it's like any Tetris you can get, set it up a little dirty if you need to. Every Tetris looms large at this point.
just trying to restack and getting that well back over to the right.
Oh my god, they're both at 816,000 points at 211 lines.
This is the
Both
definition of neck and neck, a simul Tetris there after being precisely at the same lines with the same score.
Oh my goodness.
Separated now by a pinch of burns.
More Tetrising at the same time.
Looking for an LRJ, uses the long bar to fill it, does blink.
It's just so fascinating because they're getting the same pieces, but they have different stacks, but the same outcomes are happening. They're getting the Tetrises with the same long bars. It's absolutely nuts. Oh my god, wait.
Solved it.
Wait, that one line, the one line of difference for blank might be the difference right here. Oh, it is gonna be the difference of Tetris
my god.
to win the game.
Oh my god, what? countdown in
3, 2, 1, Tetris.
It's a tie.
And I was thinking about Tetris, but then we actually have a player named
We have
Tetris.
a Tetris, yeah.
All right, simul Tetris for these players. These
Right
players
from
are
the
so
start.
close. These players are just
Oh, yeah.
both amazing.
Oh, that little overhang setup.
Yeah, I did like that. Oh, putting the J over to make room for the square.
Ah, yeah. What do we call that cradle? Also, how is there almost a complete box of J around? Oh, it's all blue around the square.
Around the square on the bottom on Blank's side. And it's all gonna get Tetrised away.
There it goes.
Oh, it's gone.
Goodbye. Oh, they had a T that's really isolated too, which is really fun.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, not like that square. That square was just a square.
Yeah,
Like just plopped
right.
in the middle of the board.
Boom,
All
Tetris
right.
for both players. They
Both
have
players crossing the 100K mark, both at 115 at 22 lines.
same line, same score. Nicely done. And now both players a little bit halfway up the board.
Yeah, both definitely cleaning. Wanted to keep it out of my mic.
Oh, a nice square for Blank. Yeah, she's gonna be fine.
Very
Both
well.
players will be fine here. Oh, J dependency for Fractal. Yeah, that's how you do it. Whoa, okay. You got it. You got it, Fractal.
Yeah, that little burn was just fun.
Yeah, both players are neck and neck in the score, but Fractal's gonna jump out with that Tetris. And there's
But
Blank.
firing right back as Blank just doesn't want to let a lead form just yet, and sets up the T-spin just to hit it and
Oh
be
my
confused as
goodness.
to why she did. But honestly, if I were to guess, it's the style points, because she also just slammed down a filthy Tetris. And who are you if not a flashy Tetris player when you're doing
Right.
things like this, including that overhang tuck resolve there as well.
Into the
Very
L
quick,
tuck,
just
yep.
slipped it in right at the end as I was commentating on the other cool moves. Just had to make sure I had something else to talk about.
Okay, the Z did not quite make its mark. Oh, T's get over, Z's get over the left, the J gets over to the left. Those are all tough
somehow,
moves.
all of those S's were great for the burning.
Oh, Blank is fighting. The L is good, but the left side is looking really tough.
Oh, no.
The squares can't get over, and that's gonna
that
be
hang
it
is gonna be it.
for Blank, and Fractal takes
is
game number 3.
good.
3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Frenchie body horror. I don't know what I said that was body horror.
I don't either. I don't remember.
What did I say about body parts?
Or maybe when you were freaking out vandweller earlier.
Oh, yeah, I was doing that.
Yes.
He thought it was gross. Yeah, I can do that, if anybody's curious. I also have a slightly disjointed thumb.
All right, so players are just getting off and running. Blank going perfect. Fractal going a little cheeky. It's kind of nice though with same piece sets. Sometimes I like to, actually in general, I just like to do something that's like very obviously not optimal. And
Yeah,
it kind
just
of,
because it shakes up. Oh, did you see that last second
Yeah, I
adjustment
did.
into that T overhang?
yeah.
It's so interesting because most DAS players wouldn't be able to make a decision that late after a piece has spawned.
It's really difficult, yeah.
Especially because just maneuvering your DAS in that way can be so dangerous. You know,
Yeah.
what if you do lose DAS? And as a matter of fact, I don't even know if he did lose DAS. He played it off so smoothly that if he did, it wasn't noticeable.
Yeah, and then Fractal had a really interesting J tuck from the left going in at the very top of the stack. Like, if you mess any part of that up, it's it's over. Yeah, it's scary what these players are doing.
Blank currently currently at 183,000 points, and on the other side, Fractal at 143. And both taking Tetrises here.
Oh, Blank, that was a beautiful adjustment for the Vits.
Luckily, not a delayed Vits, which
Right.
means I won't rage. I will simply be like, yeah, understandable. That's a optimal move.
Yeah, and Blank is like, I've only burned 2 lines. I don't need to... trying to go as perfect as she can right here. Oh, but there's a triple. There you go.
Sometimes you just have to break that seal so that you know that you can burn.
It's just like life. You can never like bank on having too much of a good thing. And playing this game, it will really teach you that. It will really show you that on a very visceral level.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, what I like about Tetris is that because so many people consider it so bare bones, and for good reason it is, in comparison to other games, yes, they are very much correct, right? Great adjustment there from Fractal for the square.
Yes.
Into another Tetris, 303 to 326 on Blank's side. But right, a lot of people consider it like the rawest representation of progressing through a skill.
Yeah.
You know, because you have obvious factors that you consider, and your progression is very obvious. You know, in layman's terms, I'll say obvious, because there's obviously the max out versus elo sort of situation thing that exists within competitive, but that is to say you will be able to see your progression linearly.
Yeah.
And you will see how it affects you in real time. So whenever you take that into account, it's just, you can compare it to the build-up of anything, truly, because it's just like the game. It's simple building blocks make it easy to comprehend for so people, but so hard to master.
Yeah.
Though these two players, I would dare to say, have mastered it, seeing as 401 here for Blank and 397 for Fractal, who's getting a little high up here.
High. J. Okay, the Z will keep things down for a bit. I love that. Put that square. Oh,
wow,
everything
that
about that was done just right.
Yeah.
Most players would just plop that square to try to burn something, but he knew he had to wait. That was clutch.
That was smart.
All right, so.
Thank you.
All right, so, Fractal was up a little high. Oh, Fractal hangs it. Fractal suddenly hangs it.
Which means this is a decider.
Decider.
All right, well, we do have a ready from both players. And here, in this decider between Fractal and Blank, you know, deciders, they deserve the fanfare. They deserve to be treated as a singularity because that is what they are. We're not going to count this down from 3. No, we're going to count it down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris! Both players off and running, very different starters from both of them.
Yeah, it was that placement of that L piece. One of them was on
You know,
the
it's
left.
so funny, that happened earlier too when I was on comms with Mari.
Yeah.
Oh. I just watched Pumpy manhandle Poyo. I would like to manhandle Poyo before I leave. Also, Pumpy's stronger than he looks.
Yeah, most definitely. All right, so, Blank's gonna go for it. Okay, no, got the long bar. Yeah, Blank's gotta be careful here. Gonna probably tuck some long bars in there.
Does get
it
it
should
over
work
and
out.
fits it.
Wow, this is so tricky.
Has a T-spin setup.
Yeah, not
and
gonna wait.
Isn't gonna go for it, but that's the intelligent move.
Yeah. Well, that was scary.
Down.
Yeah, that was scary.
You know, all things considered, surprisingly fast down stack.
Yeah.
For the for what the board looked like.
Yeah.
A very fast down stack. And a nice adjustment there to make way for the J and square combo, and is just shy of Tetris readiness. Fractal is currently sitting at 138,000 points, 26 lines, and on the other side, 84,000 points at 31 lines for Blank.
For Blank, yep.
And opening that well back up, and is Tetris ready as well.
Yeah, well, this is tough right now for Blank because we're only 30 lines in, but there's already a 100,000 point lead for Fractal. So it's going to be an uphill battle for Blank, but honestly, she's game for it. And
we've seen her do it though.
Yeah.
Even when she's been behind, she has pulled ahead as well.
Yeah.
So I'm in no way strictly concerned about her ability to keep up, because it's obvious she can.
Yes.
It's just a matter of seeing how she gets there. Because so far, Fractal has distracted me with flashy moves every time Blank starts really pouring on the pace.
Okay, Blank ended up a little high again, but yeah, she's handling very well. Oh, that was a cool adjustment to make room for the T. There was like already a place for the T, but she made a place that was even better for the T. And another Tetris. The score is almost doubled right now for Fractal. Yeah, Fractal is just on a tear. Oh, interesting square hang, or a square tuck setup on the left. You could spin that L in there. That is some craziness right there. Really cool stuff. Fractal's gonna keep it going. It's set up for a nice dirty Tetris. So Fractal just pulling out all the stops right now.
I'm glad that guy stopped talking.
Me too. We're gonna keep it going. Nice S into the J. The J fills in the J dependency. Just brilliant plays. Boom, Tetris for Fractal. And Blank is sort of starting to catch up. Blank is within 100,000 points again. Not letting that lead balloon too much further.
Please enjoy the festivities. Boom shakalaka.
All right, so Blank is actually within the 100,000 points now.
Sorry.
Tucks in the J piece.
I got genuinely so overstimulated by that guy. I'm back now. My brain works. I made a couple funny jokes and now I function again.
Yeah,
Boom
you're on
shakalaka
it.
Tetris for Blank into a little chorion thing.
Yeah, the
as a matter
chorion
of fact.
adjustment.
And now just stacking to get Tetris ready once again.
Let's see how she handles this kind of double. Yeah, there wasn't really much you could do right there.
Yeah, those pieces, though, were very unforgiving.
Absolutely.
And continued to be unforgiving.
All right, so transition is coming up in about 30 lines or so. It's on the horizon. Yeah, and Blank is kind of getting ready, shifting herself in the chair.
Getting
knows
comfy.
that, yeah, she needs to, make sure to get
Channel
focused
that
and
energy.
ready. Yeah, ready for this, the ending of this decider.
That's right. Just a reminder, this is a decider, by the way. Both players have taken 2 games and are pushing each other to their limits for this last one.
Yeah, it's closing time.
522,000 here for Fractal. And just shy of 400k. One burn from 400k. There you go. I expected it to be a double. I thought it was going to be a double, but I didn't.
Yeah.
It just didn't double, and I was like, huh? Tiebreaker number 2. Yeah. Well, it's so funny because on my own channel and when I host, I always mention when it's 1-1. Like, I'm always like, oh, both players have tied it up,
Yeah.
Gotta break this tie. So it was funny that was a shock for people, for me to be like, oh, tiebreaker, and then be like, it's not a decider.
And I like the way you say it that way. Well, we should pay attention to this transition first.
Yeah, of course. Hitting transition 475,000 for Blank with a nice little T-burn there. The little, sort of reversed on its side little thing that they did. Love that. Fractal
Another
at
Tetris.
647,000 points. And is Tetris ready? Does have a hole to deal with.
Yeah, I kind of flipped that Z in there. Probably saw some kind of adjustment a little too late. But he's got to work in again. No problem. 675 on level 20. He could really go for some crazy stuff right here. Crazy pace. But Blank is at 580 herself, so yeah, this is not out of reach for Blank.
Honestly, 100k down post-transition isn't the worst whenever you're in the early levels like 21, especially whenever you're setting up Tetrises
Oh,
this
yes.
viciously slamming it down. You know, because you can make 100K in post in those higher levels very quickly.
Very quickly, in just 3 Tetrises instead of 4. Oh, but both players, really, they just know how to handle the aggression. It's so easy when you're a DAS player to take a lot of safety plays, but these players are just going ham.
Going straight for it. Fractal kind of jumped the shark with that burn a bit. Could have held out to possibly optimize that.
Yeah, but
is still definitely putting in the Lord's work here.
Oh, and Blink's in high. Blink can't get the long bar over. And Fractal wins and moves on.
Wow.
And Fractal's gonna mulling it out. He's gonna keep playing, see what kind of game, what kind of crazy cracked score he can put up. Already at 88,000, 888.
88.
Oh my goodness. And I believe Fractal will be facing Sharky in the finals. So, yeah, definitely trying to put, put on a show right now before that happens.
I do want to say hi to chat. I saw people being nice. Hi guys. I hope you guys are doing well.
Yeah, hello everybody.
Nice. Oh, hi Gunter. It's good to see you. I hope you're well. People said nice things. I wanted to see it because I didn't get to read it out. Hello, Frenchie. You're doing amazing on commentary. Thank you for the comms. Thank you so much, Jeez. I appreciate it. This is good DAS. Asset GG. Fractal, Sharky finals, very interesting. Great games, both of you. Hell yeah. Amazing talents. Well played. A hype final. We're ignoring that one.
Yeah, it looks like everyone in chat is happy and well taken care of.
Yeah. Just had to make sure they all got their time to be appreciated.
A 1.1 with DAS could possibly get 2 more Tetrises. Gotta try set up somewhere.
No way.
1.1 for Fractal.
Wow.
Let's go ahead and hop in and do that. Hey everybody, this is your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day.